Voltage Modular people, PoohBear here and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to make ourselves a nice simple patch and we're going to be using some of my new modules which you can kind of see floating around here in the background. Now usually when I do this sort of video I try and stick to stock devices or free devices, but today I'm just going to be using whatever I fancy and let's see where this is going to take us. So I think the first thing we need to do is get ourselves a Voltage Modular up and let's get started. So I think first place to start would be with an oscillator, and today I'm going to go with the Megasaurus because I'm going to make a kind of a bass sort of patch, but I want it a little bit more synthy. So let's grab ourselves a filter, and today I'm thinking I'm going to go for the VC F20, and let's grab ourselves an envelope. And why don't we go for the EG20 envelope as well? So we'll grab that, and that. And I think I need myself an amplifier as well. So here we go. We've got ourselves the basics. I should be able to zoom in here, he says. Hey, let's see how this looks. Right, so start with, I'm going to obviously need to take that and put that through my filter. From my filter, I'm going to put that through my amplifier. I'm going to need some gate information there, but let's first of all take that one out, and actually I might use this envelope. Yeah, I might use this envelope, so I'm going to hold the control key down and I can quickly fire that off to both of them. So I think first things first, let's bring this right down, probably to about a little hand where it'd be 830-ish. Let's put that up to, I don't know, about 3 o'clock to start with. Let's turn that one up to about 3 o'clock to start with. And again, let's push that up just a wee bit. I might bring the saturation down below, I have to have a play around. So I'm going to turn the sustain off, so I'm only going to be using the release to control that. Over here, yeah, we're going to want ourselves a little bit of sustain, a bit of that, a little bit of release. Yeah, that should kind of do it. And right. I'll tell you what I'm going to add now, because I know I'm going to be adding a few other things. So I'm going to want to add mixers. Let's have a console mixer. I would love to put this at the top, but unfortunately I find the cables really start getting in the way. So even though I've got auto move, I just find that a little bit annoying. So by having it at the bottom, the cables all come in and it sort of leaves all the controls really easy to see. So let's grab that in to start with, and I'll tell you what else I should put on. Just going to put my limiter on to start with. So let's see what we've got going on to start with, and yeah, I'm going to need both of that, aren't I? So I've got myself a little keyboard here, so let's grab that down and see what sound we've got. That's sounding alright, I think. I think it would help if I actually went onto the right screen. Right, that I'd do for a good starting point. And so one of the first things I'm going to quickly do, as he says, I'm going to try and move these along. I'm going to add just a few of my modules here at the beginning. I'm going to go for a storing forward, so this is where I can actually record some CV data into it, and I'll have that, and in fact I'm going to hold my shift key down and I'm going to put that into that output. That can go into there and that can go into there. I'm going to pull that down to 16th notes and I'm going to just push a bit of swing onto that, why not? And we're going to record something really, really complex. Are we ready? So as soon as I start recording, yay, cool. So we've got something straight away. I'm going to quickly add myself a gator, so I'm going to sort of split that up a bit. And so let's take that shift, put that into there, let's put that onto a channel, and put the gate in. I'm going to change my steps. Sorry, I'm working with multiple screens here. It does get confusing for me sometimes. And let's just take that out and see what that sounds like. this trig gate, and I'm going to wire that to all the resets. And so okay, that's not sounding too bad. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to whack some. In fact, we can get rid of that keyboard now, so we don't need that. I'm just get rid of that. I'm going to add some effects. So I'm going to add some sends. Let's see, what have we got down here? Effects. Let's go for a digital reverb. And did I see? Oh yeah, I like that delay. So let's grab that delay in as well and see what we've got going on there. So we're going to wire that up into there. We're going to wire these two up into here and here. So I'm not zooming in enough, am I? Because I say I work off multiple screens, so I'm used to having a nice big screen in front of me. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to bypass this to start with, so I can actually hear this on its own. And I am going to have to zoom out so I can just push play on that. Sounding all right. Can I add an empty cabinet? Cool. So what I'm going to do, because obviously that's just getting a bit the samey, I'm going to hold my Alt key down. Let's take a copy of that storing forward, clear the memory out. I'm going to grab my keyboard controls down onto this. I'm going to add myself a transer. There we go. So basically I'm going to program this up exactly the same as that. However, the transer is going to offset all the data coming out this back down to virtually, it'd be virtually a 0 volt. So I'm literally then just doing a slight offset above. So I'm going to grab that, put that into there, and we might have to have a little play around with this. Let's have a quick look. I don't think I want that. So let's bring the keyboard down and let's think about programming this up. I'm going to try this first and see how this works out. It might not work out. I'm going to go that. Oh, you've got to remember, because I'm putting in CV data here, no, I think this is slightly wrong. So let's make that slower. No, I'm going to make it faster. So I'm going to make it faster. So I'm going to add some more notes in. Right, I know what I'm going to do this time. So basically what I'm trying to do is I want a signal. So I want the C to play, and then I only want my B flat to play for a very short while, and it's just playing too long. So by speeding it up, I can add more C's in. So I can add 7 in, and then the 8th one will be the B. So it's halving what I was playing before for the B. If that makes sense? I think it makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something like that. So let's see what that sounds like. not sounding too bad. So I've just made some copies of my gators, and I'm going to use this gating information actually to fire off some drums, because I can sort of hear them there in the background. Where are we? Sources. So let's have a 909 kick in there. Let's in there add myself sources. Let's have a snare in there. And yeah, you guessed it, I'm going to put something like a hi-hat or something in here. So let's get some hats in there. So let's trigger that from that out. And trigger that from that out. So I've set these all up. So these are all on the PoohBear channel 4. It's getting its gate information there, but it's going to share the same information across them. And so you have to use the out at the tops to trigger things. And obviously, let's bring these out somewhere. I don't know. Let's bring these down. So let's get this console down. Well, let's see what it sounds like. Right, I want another effect to just spice this up a little bit. Yeah, what's that one? I've got that phaser. Let's see. What's that one? Oh, this looks fun. I don't know if I've played with this. Oh, let's have a quick play with this. So let's grab that coming in and let's wire that up there. And I think I want just some of them hi-hats to go to that. Actually, I'm going to probably really give them quite an effect on it. Feedback sounds good. Let's turn that right up then. Might give it a little bit on that as well. Get that little twang going. Sounding too bad. I'm going to add something into the middle of that now, I think. Let's build it here. I don't know what I'm going to build. Let's see, what have we got? Oh! Hey, look at that. Let's add some noise, shall we? I'm going to grab that filter. Once we'll use that filter. So let's plug that into both of them. And what have we got spare over here? Yeah, we've got something going on there. Give that quite a bit of an effect as well, I think. That's not sounding too bad. Nice little woo! So I want that right in the background, I think. Okay, the big problem with this at the moment, obviously, is when we turn it off, it doesn't stop. We have to mute it as well. So I'm going to do a trick. Actually, I did a video the other day, actually. I rather like this. So I'm going to grab myself a DC source. Let's put it over there. I'll go and grab it again in a minute. I'm going to grab myself an envelope. Let's grab that envelope, that would do. And I'm going to grab one of my modules and I'm going to grab my flip-flop switcher. So let's quickly grab this DCO over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this gate information, and in fact I'm going to do it in reverse because I said be wise. I'm going to grab that, put that into that gate. I'm going to grab that gate. So that gate's going to open up, drive this envelope. I'm going to put some release on this. I'm going to take that output and put this and override my switcher, and if I just slightly offset this, it puts it into a flop mode. Great, so that can actually be turned off. So all these can be turned off, so I don't really care about them. And then I'm going to take this 5 volts, put it into that. So I'm going to put that 5 volts into there. So when this drives, so when I turn it on, it's going to put it into flip mode, it's going to fire that off, and I need, in here, I'm going to add myself an amplifier. I'm going to have that there, I want that there, yay. And so I'm going to open up the amplifier. Theoretically, we can unmute this, and when I hit that, it's going to start. Can't hear it. Silly me, I didn't turn the DC volts up, did I? To start with. So yeah, now I've got DC volts up, we can now use this to effectively turn this on and off without me having to go and mute it. Obviously I can fine adjust it by using this. In fact, if I turn this down, you'll probably get a glitch effect going on. Let's have a listen, see if we get that going on. It's flipping. There we go, so we've got that flipping a little bit. Okay, so got some basics going on here. As I say, we've got 2 lots of storing forward, one driving the other. a nice little bass sound, obviously a few effects, and now we've brought ourselves in a little bit of noise in that. And I'd probably go, say, for the next step, probably. Oh, actually, let's do something over here, I think. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to grab these, move these over, just give myself a little bit of room there in the middle, he says. I'm going to add, I'm going to add myself a counter. Let's going to add it over there. So let's grab that, boom, 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 boom. And then I'm going to grab this gator, and I'm going to make a copy of this gator. I'm going to put it the other side of this counter. And so what we're going to do, so what this counter can do is going to be playing this bit of the snare, and then at a certain point it's going to play this bit of the snare, and this threshold should be, if I make it 40, so at the very, very last step, it's going to switch over to this gator, and it's going to produce a drum roll, he says. That should work. So let's have a look. So we're on Y, and that's going to go on to X. When it flips, that's going to go to Y. They could go to off. It doesn't matter because there's nothing plugged into Y. So that should theoretically work. Do I need to reset that? Yeah, we need a reset for that. So let's put that into the reset. Bosh at the top. I forgot to wire up my trigger. There we go. I'm going to trigger it from this gate. So this is going to be the counter for this, right? And in fact, I've got a mad idea. So it did play that, so that was cool. We could keep adding to this, but I'm actually going to go off and do something really, really, really crazy. People from the Reason World who know me, yeah, I'm going to go and bring in the PoohBear band. I've got an idea, so we can actually output this MIDI. So I run a program called Magic, and basically we can take MIDI data, we can take audio data, and we can drive it into this program, and we can actually do graphics live. So I'm going to need some MIDI stuff. So let's have a quick look and see what we've got. I'm going to need some MIDI outs. So yeah, so I'm going to grab that. Let's put that there for the moment. We'll come back to that. So I'm going to probably need a couple of them. And I'm going to need a CV to MIDI. Yes, I'm going to need some of these as well. So let's see what, yeah, okay. We should be able to work with what we've got here. So let's have a quick look and see what's going on up here. So I'm going to need 2 of them. So I've got a bass and I've got my drums. So fine. I've got 3 drums. I'm going to need 3 lots of these as well. 1, 2, 3 of them. I think my bass in my program, I usually put on MIDI channel 2, and my drums, I don't know. I don't know if it's 3 or not. Okay, I think I'm going to be lucky with this one. This one, I don't think I'm going to be so lucky, so I need to transpose this right down. So I'm playing the bass really high, but as I say, in my program, I know for a fact I need to play it low. And I need to talk to my Magic port, Bosh, and let's plug that in there. Plug these quickly in. Should have done it the other way around, did it been quicker. And again, I'm going to want my Magic port. Great, so let's talk out to Magic, talk out to Magic. I need some pitch data, so let's think about this in a second. So if I take, I'm going to have to take that out there to put into my gate. I'm going to have to, where's my snare? Here's my snare. Oh, actually, sorry, I just plugged it into the wrong one. That's my kick. This is my snare, so I'm going to take my snare out the bottom. So that would be my snare gate and hi-hat. Well, hang on, this would be 0 volts, won't it? If I don't add anything in, it's going to be 0 volts, so that's going to be C. Ah, right. This might work. And I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I see. That may or may not work. Right. I'll tell you what this needs up here. We definitely need some movement on this filter. So I'm going to grab myself an LFO. I did use an LFO somewhere, didn't I? Let's just grab myself an LFO. And I'm also going to want, let's put it here. Yes, I want one of them. So I want this really, really slow. I'm going to take that, I'm going to put that in, let's grab that down, so I'm going to want it too much, and I'm going to want to definitely, I think I want to do both of them. Let's have a listen to that. He says. Well, I think I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I'm just going to let this play out for a while. Bye for now.